Okay. All right. So we're going to talk about some things today. I've been gone for a minute. Now I'm back with the jump off, as they say. So we're going to be talking about Luke Beasley and the MAGA girl and guy that he had on the show. Now, as you know, election's over and we lost. But, a lot of people aren't really in their feelings like that. So we're going to talk about this couple that has some outrageous views. I saw some clips of this because I was on vacation for a little bit, and I want to see exactly like how they responded and how crazy it got. So we're going to talk more about it. We also have to cover, not today because it's going to be a pretty short one. We're going to go through this video and that'll probably be it. But we're going to talk about the appointees of Donald Trump. And as you know, it's been crazy. Let me give you a little taste for those of you guys that have been tuned out for a little bit. We have Linda McMahon, was now the head of the Department of Education. Linda McMahon was the president and CEO of WWE. Now, what's WWE? Is it the World Wildlife Federation? I mean, no, that's the wrong thing. It's WWF. But it is the wrestling organization. And she was over that from 1980 to 2009, stopped that, went for the Senate twice, lost, and she was appointed to the head of the Small Business Administration for Trump. She stepped down from that in 2019, and now she's been appointed to the head of the Department of Education. I need to make that audio for you. I'm sorry. I will get on that for you. I've just been traveling. I just got back in town. So, so we're going to jump right into this one. It's going to be a long one. I'm going to make that audio either tomorrow morning. You know what? I'll make it tomorrow morning. That way I can make it for you as soon as possible. And let's jump into it, guys. Yeah. See, that's the thing. People say, at least there's going to be a Department of Education. I mean, here's the thing about Trump. One of two things is going to happen. Either he's lying about everything he said he's going to do, and he's lying to his constituents that voted for him to do these things, or he's telling the truth. Either way, it's going to be some shit. Either way, I'm just letting everybody know. Okay? All right, let's get into it. This is the video here. Luke Beasley with this MAGA conservative couple. I guess they're like young. As I get older, and I'm 38 now, as I get older, I start to realize we weren't that bright as youngins. We weren't the smartest people. We wanted to sound smart because of the things we learned. We like to articulate and all that stuff. But our mental wasn't really there. It wasn't really as developed as we thought it was. And you can tell with people who think they're smart at a young age, like these two. So here we go. Luke Beasley, MAGA couple. I don't want to miss nothing.
He was an anarchist, gay Crane, also known as Ukraine.
Vice President Harris's big argument was hope. We have a brighter future.
Hope. Why do we have to have a segregated black national anthem? Guys, I didn't vote. I don't think women should vote.
I know what you're talking about, and you're wrong about it.
Okay. All right.
For too long, we've left the craziest among us in the shadows.
The black national anthem is gay.
And you know what they say, sunlight is the best disinfectant. So in the wake of Trump's horrifying victory, I've decided to put an end to this by seeking out one of the most outrageous MAGA influencers on the internet.
We bring back normalizing the word we need to put them back in the closet.
Isabella Moody has amassed hundreds of thousands of followers by spewing some of the most shocking and offensive rhetoric imaginable. Today, I sit down with her.
We will have our daughter ready for you as a virgin.
Okay, let's just jump right into this.
So I wanted the couple, but this might be even more insane because I've seen that they referenced her clips in that couple's clip, and it's like they can't believe this. You know what I mean? Like they can't believe what they're saying. It doesn't make any sense. It's insane. Slavery, the F word, child marriages, it's insane.
You have dabbled in political commentary, which I don't think you should because I don't think you know much.
At all.
Okay, thank you. Wait, I just want to clarify real quick. Are you saying that because I'm a woman that I don't know much? Because that's really degrading and misogynistic. And if that is true, you're so cool.
No, I think it's because you, right? Whether you're a man or a woman.
Okay, me, I'm vile.
Sure.
Let's see.
Here, let's see.
This is the same guy who uses the kind of language he does to describe women?
Rightfully so. I would rather have a crude, brutally honest man president that says honest things about women than a literal as my president. Or even a woman. Like, she's not even just so...
Chat. Listen, I'm back. I will not ever leave you all like this again. For too long, the streets have been dry with flavored content from the political aspect. Hey, lovely. And now it is time for us to get back to the shit. You know what? I do want to know something. I want to know who are the black, like, we're gonna use Hassan and Vash, right? Who is like the black Hassan? Do we have one of those? Do we have like a black Vash, like a smart brother that just streams and talks about politics, or are we making like 20v1 skits? Don Lemon? No. He's a suit. He's a former suit. Nobody? Is it really like that? You think I could do that? You think I could be like, wait, FD signifier? Is that a person? So no black Hassan. Officer Tatum. Who are these? These niggas had better names than that. Let's see something here. We're gonna get to the video, but I want an FD signifier. Who the fuck is that? I'm like DJ Academics. Give me a second. Okay, yeah. I know who that is. I know who he is. I like his videos be too long though. His videos be too long, man. Cause he's really intellectual. He's an intellectual black, and I like it. He has 2 channels. Damn, killing it. But his videos be long as hell, bro. Conscious Lee, I do like him. I don't know how Conscious Lee string like that though. Officer Tatum, I feel like that's a cop because of the name, and I feel like it's not gonna be forced to apologize. Oh no. I've seen this dude before. He's terrible. He is tap dancing. Tap dance daddy. That's what I call him. All right, back to this.
A woman that I don't want to be president because I don't think any woman should ever have a leadership position. Not only is she a woman, but she is the in chief. Freak, no. Yeah, I mean, go off, queen. I mean, seriously, she literally...
Yo, it is crazy. And if you're new here, this is what we do. I will be interrupting this video quite often. It's crazy they call Kamala Harris a freak. Freak is in like, ho. Because like, what they're referencing happened in 1994. As far as we know, she messed with one dude. One. And Montel Williams at some point. And they said she slept her way to the top of elected positions. It was just weird, man. And nobody really called it out like that. What I'm mad about the media is that they didn't really call out the misogyny aspect. When people said, you know, she slept her way to the top, nobody was like, how is that possible? Do you hear how you sound? That's crazy. Or even pointing out that relationship and being like, that happened in 1994. That's like me having sex with somebody in 2002, and somehow I am now king of the blacks. I have been Democratic elected king of the blacks since I messed with a girl in 2002. You see how crazy that sounds? Or assistant king to the blacks, I guess. Duke of the blacks. I don't know. I just didn't like how the media covered these things. You had people like Charlemagne trying to go for it, but he was just dipping his toe because in Brilliant Idiots, Andrew Schultz, who I kind of lost a lot of respect for, which I should have probably lost a long time ago, he was super MAGA. You know, Theo Vaughn, super MAGA, but dumb. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just, I wish there had been more conversations around the dumbass things they would say. Now, I don't think I could be the next Hassan because I have a life. Daddy got a life. And I can't be on stream for 8 hours. That's insane. But I try and do this after work. So like 6, so I have to go to my next job, which is at 9. I gotta leave the house. Like I said, for those as y'all starting to come in and everything, we're gonna talk about the appointees tomorrow because, good God, I couldn't keep up. When I tell you, I did a video. What was my last video? Anybody remember? I did the Matt Gaetz video. Matt Gaetz has new allegations that just happened, like today or yesterday. New. You have the border czar dude. He was Obama's border czar, but he's back again. You have Linda McMahon, like I said before, who I didn't finish my story because somebody said I was cute. Thank you. But she lost her elections, both of them, got appointed to the head of the Small Business Administration, and finally, She is under investigation. Well, the organization is under investigation for child sex crimes. Do you know that every single one, except for maybe like one or two people in Trump's newly appointed cabinet, has some sort of scandal? Did y'all know that? The head of the defense, Pete Hegseth. He's been married 3 times, which again is not a crime to be married 3 times. Crazy, but not a crime. You know why he got married to the 3rd person? During the 2nd marriage, he had 3 kids, and he's a host on Fox. He had a baby with his Fox producer, which led to his divorce of his 2nd marriage. Knowing that information, him and the 3rd chick, the producer, got married and are still married today. They have a grand total of 7 kids. 3 from the 1st marriage. She has 3. They have 1. 7. It's like they're really big on religion on the right. At the same time, they do a lot of adulterous things, quite often. And so I say every single one of them has some sort of skeleton in their closet, which is kind of crazy. He's been in the military. They want to say he's been in the military 20 years. Number one, he's been in the military from 2003 to 2014. He's in the Minnesota National Guard. Even if they want to say 20 years, that means he's been in the military for that entire time. That doesn't make any sense. And now he's the head of the military. And I say this to people, I'm like, well, listen, think about how long you've been at your job. Everybody who has a job in the chat, how many years have you been at your job? Just think about that. Okay? Hold on, I'm sending a message to somebody. Hold on. I'm just sending a message. I'm on the phone with Delta about something. Yeah, you've been at your job for how many years? Cool, great. Could you now be the head of that? Could you now be the head of that for the country? No? Well, why? You've been there 10 years. You should be able to run the entire thing. But that's what we're doing now. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, which Trump and the right can't say Kamala, but they can say Vivek Ramaswamy, no problems. It's the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. But these political pundits are so worried about their career. I'm getting framed. Hold on. Let me slide my ass over real fast. Okay, cool. I think that'll work. Yeah. They can say this, but these people, these pundits, like Morning Joe. I know I'm jumping around, and I know you didn't come here for this. But Morning Joe, they fell out with Trump. Now, Morning Joe was always a Republican. Let's be very clear. If you don't know who Morning Joe is, this is why we have the internet. This is why I stream on my computers, just in case I can reference things. Morning Joe is this man right here. Yeah. God damn it. Just give me a thing with him. Where's their page at? Morning Joe.
Yesterday I saw for the first time.
That's Morning Joe. That man right there has always been a Republican. The only reason him and her fell out with Trump is because Trump talked shit about them. That's it. And so this past week, the reason why there's a scandal is because they reconciled and decided to move forward in their relationship. All of them are tucking tail and running because they're so worried about losing their jobs. They're not worried about the integrity of the craft. They're more about their security. We've noticed over the years, people care more about their job security, which isn't a bad thing, than their actual integrity of getting the job done. So please believe everybody who is appointed to this position was not sought after because they were qualified for said job. It is because they bend the knee, Game of Thrones reference, to Trump. And until they push back on some crazy stuff, they will have their job. But the second they push back, they're out of here. They're out of here. And it's just the way this is going. Do I think this presidency is going to be as bad as people say it is? To a degree. If everybody thinks it's going to be a 10, I think it's going to be an 8. The reason why I say it's going to be an 8, because there are some things you just can't do. Just can't do. But last time we didn't have an all-red Supreme Court, all-red House, all-red Senate, all-red president. He got the four square. He got the four square this time. So being that he has the four square, if he says, hey, y'all, draft a bill to enact the military to carry out these deportations. Varsity, what's up, big dog? Now, normally it would fail somewhere because that's insane. But we've noticed that the Republicans, you know, just your general Republicans, only a few have really spoke out and said, hey, this man's crazy. But that's not enough to beat the majority. At least not what I've seen. And so they draft the bill in the House. It goes to the Senate. And it's like, okay, maybe the Senate will stop it. No, the Senate's fully red. Fully loyal red people. And they're trying to get reelected during Trump's presidency. So what are they going to do? They're going to bend the knee. And so all Trump has to do is sign it, and now the military is carrying out these deportations. Now, the reason why I say it's not going to be as bad is because logistically it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Let's be honest. Per Trump, matter of fact, you know how I do. Per Trump, there are between 2 and 21 million undocumented people in the United States. Is that correct? Is that a fair thing to say, y'all? Can we say that? Okay, fine. How many people are in jail in America? There are 1.8 million people in America. You know how we say all the time, hey, America has the largest jail population in the developed world? That you thought that number was some millions. It is 1.8 million. It's not even 2 million. So you may see some of your friends saying, oh, y'all, listen, this prison stock is going up. There's a reason for that. They're recommissioning older prisons. They're revitalizing prisons. They're pouring money into it to prepare them for the mass deportation. Because let's think about it. Let's run through how mass deportation is going to work. Mass deportation isn't just you're Hispanic. You're going back to Mexico. Well, actually, I'm from Honduras. So number one, we have to pick them up and put them somewhere. That's one. We have to vet them and see, hey, did you do anything wrong? Why don't you have your papers? Do you have paperwork? Because you think these people are going to just say, hey, I'm illegal, you got me. No, I got paperwork. It's just at the house. Or I don't know where I put it. So now we got to figure out if you are legal. That may take a couple days, weeks, months. They're creating detention camps. We look at history and we say, how does the concentration camp happen? How does the internment camps happen for the Japanese? Which, to be fair, as I've said before, it wasn't just Japanese people. If you had slanted eyes, you're going into camps until we figure things out. Fun fact, spoiler alert, they didn't figure things out. So you stay there till the war was over. We're looking at probably one of the biggest human rights violations of all time. Outside of the Holocaust, this might be the biggest human rights violation that has ever happened. The Trail of Tears. Are we familiar with the Trail of Tears, everybody? We're familiar with that? You thought it was millions of Indians that were displaced. Meaning on the truth. There are approximately 60,000 people on the Trail of Tears. The Trail of Tears that we learned about in school. We thought it was millions of Indians. It was 60,000. And that's in history books. What do you think they're going to say about this one? Where do you think that's going to fall in history books? See, these major mass exoduses of people that we've heard about in history, you just assumed it was millions. Because you didn't know no better. You learned about it, you thought that was, But it wasn't until you actually did a little bit of research, did a Google search, typed in a couple numbers here and there, that you found out it wasn't really that many people. And it's in the history books. I want y'all to understand something. We're on the same level as burning left-handed people at the stake. We're on the same level as using leeches as medicine. We're on the same level as burning women because we thought they were witches. When people in 50, 60, 100 years from now, when they look back at the 2020s, they're going to say, what, were they dumb? Did we not progresses society? Who's getting reparations? Get repercussions or reparations? I think you mean reparations. And I don't. You think Hispanics are getting reparations? Brother. Brother. Also, y'all saw that Indian lady on TikTok. They was telling the Pakistani community to not vote for Kamala Harris because of the war that's happening. Right? You saw that? Give me a second. Donald Trump, Netanyahu. That look like a man that's gonna stop this war? That look like a man that's gonna step in and say, hey, big dog, chill out? No. 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 Not at all. They best buddies. They kiki it up. They be hanging out. Texting. He got his personal cell phone number. That lady had a hand in the mass genocide of her own people because she thought she had a moral high ground. The same moral high ground people thought they had with Hillary Clinton. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a streamer that's inside my house. I don't know how policy works. I don't know how all this stuff works, but I do know how to read the signs. I do know how to look at what's happened before to determine what's going to happen in the future. And being that I can do that, hold on a second. And being that I can do that, it makes me somewhat qualified to speak on these matters. But anyway, we came here to laugh at a young white woman who is clearly deranged. So let's get back to that.
It's known that she got ahead by giving head. Like she's literally.
That's not.
Okay. Okay. How do you think this girl is? These people have no shame, really. Because people like this will say the most insane shit they possibly can to go viral. Thank you, Varsity. Who said she got ahead by doing that? Girl, when this all allegedly went down, you were not born. Who is this girl? Isabella Moody. Hold on a second. How old do we think Isabella Moody is? Let's see. Isabella Moody. How old is this motherfucker? Oh, I guess there's a lot of Isabella Moody's that happen throughout history. That's terrible. But let's say she's probably like 23, 24. Maybe she's 25. What she's referencing Kamala did happen in 1994. She's older. The scandal is older. Looking 40. Yeah. 31. Is she 31 for real? I don't know. We couldn't find it. We found Isabella Moody's from around the history. But let's continue.
It's not.
Okay.
How do you think she got elected?
How do I think she got
how many I'm not going to quiz you, actually. She got elected to DA, then to Attorney General, then to Senator, then to Vice President.
I know. There are stories, though, there were people, a guy, I don't know his name.
You're talking about Willie Brown. I know what you're talking
Willie
about,
Brown.
and you're wrong about it.
Okay. All right.
Her having a relationship before she got into politics is a ridiculous thing to say, is the reason she went up to be one of the most successful.
Yeah, like, Willie Brown didn't put her, he appointed her to a medical board. She had just passed the bar. See, this is why when you read up on stuff, she had just got past the bar, and he appointed her to this medical board. But that's the full extent. And I don't even think he was mayor yet. Yeah, boom, here we go. Hired at the unemployment office and the medical board. Yep, of Oakland or something like that. It was somewhere. But she slept her way to the top. One dude, if one dick could change your life. Hold on. Let's get into it. If one penis could change your life, do you know how many people would do that? Men and women. Men and women. If one could make me vice president of the United States of America and make sure that I never have to work a day in my life once I'm done, Kim Kardashian, you know, where were you when that tape came out? What was that, like ninth grade? I'm 38. Was that ninth grade? Because Ray J Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. See, we're getting off task, but I'm glad we're going this way. Hold on. Ray J. Wait a minute. Release date. Yeah, let's get it. Let's figure it out. Let's do the math. 2001. Okay. Oh, you can't see that. Hold on. My bad. If I'm yelling too much or I'm too loud, let me know because I get excited about stuff like this. 2001. I'm in 9th grade at Cedar Grove High School in Decatur, Georgia. So the tape comes out at the height of Ray J, which is around this time. So, one PNOS, I graduated from MLK, you know this. One PNOS in 2001 has launched a 23-year career of Kim Kardashian. If you could do one to make it in America, would you do it? You don't have to answer. You don't have to answer. But I want you to think it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to think it. Now, ladies, let's be honest. Yes. Men, I want you to think about it. Do not share your answer because Marcel will screenshot it and blackmail you somehow. Black Geek Energy, I know. I know, brother. I know. All right, let's get back to it. We have made it 2 minutes and 15 seconds. We've been on stream for, 30 minutes. We're already behind. Fucking up.
Elected officials in the history of the country.
All right, well, she became the vice president probably because she is an establishment shill. I mean, I don't know exactly why she became vice president herself, but there is a stereotype around her. There's like these jokes around her.
Because of y'all.
Because
You're
of
the ones who
you.
perpetuate it.
Because of me?
People.
You can't say there's jokes around her. Oh, Tay came out in 2007? I was in college? No. Well, all right. No reason to speculate. Let's figure it out. Hold on. Kim Kardashian tape. Tape dress. No, you know what I'm asking. Tape dress. You know what I'm asking. Oh, it was March 21st, 2007. I was supposed to probate. I was supposed to cross alpha, but our line got dropped. That's funny. I was definitely at Hampton University with our Ethernet cords trying to find that tape on my Dell laptop that I stole from the library because I didn't have a laptop. I was too poor. And I stole it, plugged it in, and I typed it in. But we didn't have the search engines we had today. Oh, no, baby. We could have found that tape in 12 seconds. Now, back then, you had to... I'm going to tell my children that was the Oregon Trail for us. Frostwire. Ooh. No, we had to... Ladies, I'm sorry. If you're in the chat, ladies, I'm sorry. Give me 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Okay? But finding that tape would have been a journey. One that I was prepared for. In my dorm room at Harkness Hall, I was ready. And I signed up. We didn't have all the fancy technology we have now. If you wanted to find something, you had to go on a journey. This is when Jada Fire had braces. Huh? What y'all know about that? Braces, bro. Y'all don't know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about that. Huh? I'm a pioneer, some say. Lacey Duvall before the job. You know what I'm saying? Huh? I want to tell tales out of school. I don't want to lie about nothing. I just want y'all to know where I come from. How I used to get down. I can't do that no more. I'm a Planeteer. Power Ranger.
People like you.
Where did it come from? Like, where did it originate from?
Because they're thinking, it can't be possible that a woman could be this successful. We're going to go dive into her history and say because she dated someone who had some, notoriety back before she ran for office. Now, all the elections that she was lawfully elected to, or all that she won the elections lawfully, now don't count.
All right, I see what you're saying, and I wish I knew the exact story behind it, and I just kind of say this thing because it's funny, but there
It's
is
not funny.
some proof on this. I can't. Now I look stupid. Congrats. But when no one said this about Hillary
I
Clinton.
didn't do that to you.
I
You did
know.
it to yourself.
I'll grant it, I'm a stupid.
Yeah, we can't find her age nowhere. I'm confused. How can we not find her? How do we not know her age? You know who can find it? Them 15-year-old TikTokers. Them 15-year-olds. They can find it. They always do.
woman. Women aren't smart, guys. Newsflash, breaking news, we aren't smart. Let's be real, because women, I don't even know what I want. I'm so indecisive. You know, as women, we're indecisive. That's why I love having a husband to make all my decisions for me, and I don't have to deal with but what if I did this, and that would be better, and blah, blah, blah. Like,
This is insane. This is insane. How can you? That's like a black person saying I couldn't do anything without whites. If Mass ain't tell me to jump, I wouldn't know what to do. What? What are you talking? What are you saying right now? Are you for real? How do you think? How do you sit there and think that? That's crazy.
Like, that's how my mind works, and that's why we should never listen to women. Boom, mic drop. If I were to ever run for office, but wait, hold up. I want to point this out.
Hold on, we got some in the chat. The New York Times confirmed that Matt Gaetz paid thousands to women for money. What? Okay, I'm gonna reorganize that message. I feel like you said New York Times said that he paid thousands to women for sex. I don't know how he would pay thousands for money, but I don't know what kind of currency exchange that is. That's crazy. But yeah, you saw he stepped down from his position he just got. He just got elected and he stepped down so the ethics thing would come out. Somebody's gonna leak that if they haven't already. If they haven't already leaked the Matt Gaetz files, they definitely will. If the trial is done or if the investigation is done, oh, somebody's gonna leak that, and I hope they do. I can't wait. I will stream that shit live. I hate Matt Gaetz. I hate him.
Do not think that a woman should ever be a politician, be a leader, be president, whatever. But in this little hypothetical scenario, if I were to ever run, my slogan would be never listen to a woman.
Have you ever considered that you're projecting, and instead of putting your lack of critical thinking skills onto women, you should just blame yourself for it?
I mean, perhaps, but I know for myself, like you said, I'm projecting that. I mean, think about the women in your life. They're not indecisive. They're not emotional. They're not.
As I told you before, my mother is one of the people I admire most in the world for, yes, her ability to love her children, all those beautiful things, and also what she's built, the organization that she's been working to help needy children.
And yes, there are women that are building things. Like, I don't think I should talk about this because I don't want to get my mom involved in things, but my mom too has built a really successful nonprofit organization. Women can do this, but by and large, there are stereotypes. Like, men are better decision makers. They're natural leaders.
Who perpetuates those stereotypes, Isabella?
The stats.
The stats.
People know that women are more emotional thinkers. Like, that's not that's not like. Are you saying that's not true? You don't think women are more emotional? Look at me. I'm being emotional.
Even what you mentioned again, you did it again.
I projected.
So blame yourself.
You don't think women are more emotional?
I don't.
Wait. They're putting corner ladies on W-2s now? I wonder though. Are there any? You know what? No, it wouldn't even make sense to put them on W-2s. You got to put them on 1099s because the deductions alone could save thousands of dollars over the course of their careers. You know what I mean? Outfits, transportation, food, lodging. You know what I mean? Hell, cell phone bills. These things, if they're not doing it right, if they're on W-2s, they're fools. Foolish, I say. Oh, shit.
I don't even
Who
know
is more
how we would
emotional,
describe
your mom or your
emotional.
dad?
What type of emotions?
My dad.
Like,
Because even to your point, the stereotype is that men get more angry. That's an emotion.
yes, I totally agree with you, but look
So
at
they're
this.
just as emotional, just different emotions come out, and people also break the stereotypes.
Women were so swayed by this emotional argument. Oh my gosh, abortion, the number one issue for women, the right to kill their own babies. But the Democratic Party has so framed it in the way, these evil white men are going to control your bodies. You can't have this girl stand up. And now because women are so easily swayed by their emotions, now they're just like, women, Kamala, we can't have our bodies, our bodily autonomy
Will
taken
y'all
away from us.
ever,
What'd I tell y'all? When they can't pronounce Kamala correct, you know they're finna come with some dumbass shit. They're gonna say some of the dumbest points you've ever heard. Because it's not a hard name, right? My name is Ella Way. It sounds weird when you first hear it. I'll give you that. But once you hear it, you're like, okay, that kind of works. Ella Way. That's it. If you're still messing up my name after I told it to you 2 times, I will assault you. I feel like I have that right because I can't have you breed and pass this stupidness down to your legacy. As Black Geek Energy just wrote, that is my name. Put a hyphen in the middle of the Ella part. There you go. Very simple. her niece, a 6-year-old, came on the stage at the DNC and said, "This is how you pronounce my auntie's name." A 6-year-old had to tell y'all how to pronounce her name. Oh, Black Geek Energy is saying, when I was in college and Rihanna's song Umbrella came out, people all across school would be like, Ella, Ella, way, a. See? Easy. If you got to use a song, I don't care. But at least you got it right. At least you got it right.
Pronounce her name correctly, but that's okay.
What,
I don't wanna talk about
Kamswala?
that.
I don't know.
Come swallow.
It's crazy you would say the people supporting Vice President Harris, such as myself, it was all just emotions, right? Because of your disagreement with them on reproductive
That's not what I'm saying,
rights.
though.
But when a bunch of Trump supporters vote for Trump because they feel like a trans person is going to inflict pain on them somehow, even though they never interact with one, because they feel like scary people
That's hilarious. That's not.
The trans thing is the most crazy shit I've ever heard. This whole trans conversation, see, we're pivoting a little bit. This trans conversation is insane to me because keep in mind, there are 1.2 million trans people in America. That is like the population of San Antonio, Texas. Most people on a day-to-day basis do not run into trans people. In a month, I probably see 5 to 10 trans people. And all of the people that I see in my life. Well, what are they doing to the first trans? I think I read something about that when I was out of town, when I was in Houston. What, they're saying that she can't use the bathroom or something like that? Like, aren't women's bathrooms individually caged? And what I mean by that, ladies, before you, hold on, wait. Like, y'all have individual stalls. So when you go in there, you just go to the stall. It's not like it's an open thing where you can just take a peek at somebody, right? Am I tripping? So the only time you would see this person, this trans person, is when you're washing your hands. And to be clear, they don't have a problem with trans men. Because no one's ever said a trans man might go in the bathroom with my young boy. No one's ever said that. Ever. So already, let's just cut that number in half. The 1.2 million. Let's cut that number in half. So we're looking at what? 650,000 trans women? How to know how women's bathrooms look in so much detail? Listen, I was a young man once. And in my young man life, I've ventured into places. I've done some things. Some things I'm proud of, some things I'm not. And the things I'm not proud of, I'm kind of proud of on the low. But I take in and I make sure I figure out every detail of places that I am at. So that if I am in a fight or a fire happens, I can escape them. So I know the layout of these bathrooms. Clip. Damn. Got me. Ah! I be in women's bathrooms all the time. Huh? Clipped. Got him. Pervert. Easy shot. This is who y'all want representing y'all black people? He says he hangs out in women's bathrooms. My bad. Now I gotta make an apology video and shit. Have my wife sitting next to me, holding her hand. I am so sorry for what I've said and who I offended and my rhetoric. I got a couple apology videos ready to go. I'm gonna look mad different. Like, did he record this a year ago? Yes, he did. I got a couple ready to go just in case I mess up.
Because Hannibal Lecter's coming across
No.
the border, those are just people being, I'm scared.
No.
Fear is also an emotion, and Trump's entire platform is a fear-based one. You know that too. You know it. You're thinking, damn it, I can't
If
defend
you
that.
actually let me say something. No, it's not that people and these men and these Republican
never
voters
thought
are
I'd
so
make a video like
afraid of
this.
trans people. No, they don't want trans, like, men going into
They
their... Can I finish a
are
point?
driven
Men,
by fear. You know
No.
that.
You're not letting me finish a point.
People in
it's
Min-
very
Minnesota.
typical.
Whatever she's about to say, do y'all think it will make sense? Yes or no? Do you think what she's about to say in regards to trans people is going to make any sense? Also, if you're new here, if you like what you see, give me a like. We'll try to get to 10,000 likes. I don't even know if I even have been pushing the like thing right now. This is my first stream back. I might not hit that 10,000, but if I do, cool. If you're new and you haven't followed me yet, please give me a follow. I'll be making videos a lot more now because my brand deals are finished finally. Took me longer than I thought it would, but it was great. Here's my issue though with Blavity. I had to deal with a couple people. I had to deal with Congressional Black Caucus. Had to deal with Blavity for Afrotech. So Blavity, I would make it and send these videos. I had to do 10 videos, right? And when I did those 10 videos, I would be like, where are they posting them at? Like, I don't see them anywhere. And so they reached out towards the end of the campaign and was like, hey, we're trying to find influencers to do this quick little, they did a long video with black men at a table, and they wanted us to stitch it, and they're gonna pay us like $2,000, something like that, for one video. And so I did that, sent it in, and they put it in the Instagram story. That video got 80,000 views in one day. And I was like, well, why aren't y'all posting where are the other videos at? The other videos are on their TikTok. Now on Instagram, they have 600,000 followers. On TikTok, they have 12,000. I have more followers than them on TikTok. I was so confused. I said, bro, you could have just posted all of the partners y'all had. You could have just posted our stuff in like the stories, and we all could have grown. Crazy growth. But you didn't, which is dumb. Anyway, but I still love them. I love them for it. I went to Houston for Afrotech. I didn't go to Afrotech because my best friend lives out there, and I want to kick and have a good time with my boy. So, next year.
He's silencing a woman, guys. This is so misogynistic. You're true female leader here.
Given your views, don't get to accuse anyone of misogyny, okay?
I know, I'm doing it as a joke because I don't really care if anyone's misogynistic. But anyways, I don't even like saying the word. I can barely pronounce it myself. It's not that they're afraid of them. They want to protect their daughters. They want their daughters to be able to go into a bathroom and not have to worry about a man there. Even if they're not going to attack me. I don't want a guy in the bathroom with me. I'm trying to go to the bathroom. That's awkward. Can I have that privacy? Can I
have that privacy? The stalls are closed. You have privacy. You're not shitting in an outhouse, in a trough. You see what I mean? And what did she say? My daughters didn't say nothing about the boys. It's only trans women they care about. It's only trans women. It's like trans men don't even exist.
we say that men and women are different and can have different bathrooms, and fine, if you want to have a freaking gay, freaking rainbow alphabet mafia bathroom for the queers, have your freaking bathroom.
Whoa.
But I don't want any part of it.
People always do this when they try to advocate on behalf of the views that you are, which is completely omitting things that contradict their argument. Like, yeah, we all have emotions, and that impacts us. The reason why Trump won is because of emotions from your side.
I really don't think that's why Trump won. I think that Trump won because people wanted
People think prices were high because of Biden and Harris. When we brought down inflation faster than all of our Western world counterparts, we've dealt with the recovery way better. The data show that, but people can't interact with that data, unfortunately. And so they have real pain in their lives, understandably, and they blame that on the incumbent party because that's a simpler explanation than the one that is correct.
No, I mean,
feelings over facts for a lot of people.
No, I mean, honestly, this is what every, I'm not even saying just about, Biden and Harris. Every, presidential, new administration always blames bad things on the previous administration. That's always what happens.
That's how
they were telling women, look at how the women responded after Trump won.
Vice President Harris's big argument was hope. We have a brighter future.
Hope. I'm just kidding. Look at how women responded, recording themselves, literally screaming to the camera, crying, shaving their heads now. They are now shaving their heads. Talk about these women. I actually feel somewhat bad for them. They are so brainwashed and built off
you know what? I will say, I'd rather, even though I don't think people can do whatever they want, they can shave their head if they'd like to.
Okay.
Even though I'm not encouraging people to do that, I'd rather be on the side that shaves their head when they lose an election instead of the side that storms the Capitol when they lose an election.
Oh my gosh, I had nothing to do with January 6th. I don't care about January 6th. There are people, the cops,
You don't care when presidents try to overturn elections?
He was not trying to do that.
What about the fake elector scheme? You don't know what that is. It's fine.
Anyway, I don't know what that is. But no, I mean,
the
Capitol
biggest
Police...
moment in American history, in modern American history,
Okay, the Capitol Police allowed people to go in the Capitol. They were bad.
Do you know why?
Why?
What you're talking about is whenever you're overwhelmed as a police officer, you don't have enough police officers, the only thing you can do is to back off.
They were opening the doors and saying, come on in.
Wrong, but...
Okay.
Let me be blunt, guys. If Trump does end up winning, if they actually allow him to win, and they don't steal another election, quite literally all hell is about to break loose. You think the riots in 2020 were bad? Yeah, well, just wait till 2024.
I mean, there's not technically riots right now, but you see women literally shaving their heads and crying online. I know that's not riots, but I do feel like people are freaking pissed off.
If MAGA had shaved their heads and cried and said, we're not going to have sex with you anymore, whenever Trump lost, instead of creating an entire fake world to live in where Trump actually won and they're the biggest victims ever, I'd be much less annoyed with them. But one of the things you do a lot of, we talked about this before we started, is you will retweet Nick Fuentes, even if you're saying, I don't know exactly what it is that he believes. I'm pretty sure he said he's a neo-Nazi.
Has he said that? I haven't
Or
seen
he at
that.
least is proudly a white supremacist. He definitely.
Well, I mean, has
yeah.
he said that, or did like the?
So, well, I know he admits he thinks white people are better and all that. And so you're gonna signal boost that, associate yourself with it, and you're. I've seen in your social media feed just anti-Semitic things. Would you agree what we describe as anti-Semitic? You've represented it in your Twitter activity.
What's your definition of anti-Semitic?
Oh my God. I don't understand why people dislike the Jews. I'm gonna be honest with you. As far as I know, they're just normal people. And I don't think I interact with enough of them on a day-to-day basis to where I can formulate an opinion that would be somewhat negative or positive. I don't know anything about them. Does she? I don't understand. Do you know enough people that are Jewish? And if you do, I would assume they're like your peers. So they're just a regular person whose faith happens to be Jewish. I don't understand how these people formulate these opinions and say such crazy things about these group of people to where they had to create a term, anti-Semitism, to combat this. It just doesn't make any sense. Racism is more apparent because it is, I don't like you because of what I can physically see. She could be Jewish. I have no idea. None. But you could tell I'm black. I don't get that. I don't get that. I don't understand hate in general. Because when you hear people say, I don't like LGBT, I don't like black people, I don't like Hispanics, do you see enough of them on a day-to-day basis to formulate this opinion? I feel like a lot of the opinions people come up with are formulated because of the echo chamber that they live in. It's what they see online. Because again, how many of you all come into contact with trans people on a day-to-day basis? I'm not saying that you saw a trans person today. How many, oh, what just happened? Hey, Google. I have no idea what just happened. I'm like, bro, this is so dumb. I don't understand. What I say? I don't understand the hate. That makes no sense. They don't see Jewish people or anything like that. What are you talking about? I ate the leftover. Look at my, I might not actually. Oh my shit. I'm wearing any food. Not do that. the time on fucking TikTok. I be like, bro, what'd I say? What'd I say? I didn't say anything. I literally did not say anything. She could be Jewish and we have no idea. Watch out for the laser targets. He's coming for you. Watch out, there's three. I'm trying to take him. So I'm right there. Appreciate it. Thank you, player. Sam side should be done in 20 seconds. Jesus, the walking garage, bro. God, man. Who is throwing overs? What's happening? I'm running for my life. R2, call me in. R2, call me in. Please. R2, call me in before you run over my stuff. Thank you. rate out of 500. I got a target for you. Anti-aircraft installation right here. All fast, clear. Hey, man. What? But I got banned.